All right, we're good to go. Uh, hey guys, this is Two. We're back here another week. Here on the Hmong Real Estate um, Facebook group and Hmong Real Estate Investors Facebook group, and also live on my feed today because we're testing a little bit something different out. If you guys can, please comment or like or share. We wanted to do this weekly show to kind of reach out to help other investors, other Hmong investors, and any other investors out to just kind of share information and see how we can help each other out, especially in terms of real estate. And I will post this on my YouTube channel too. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube later on, go ahead and like, subscribe, or leave a comment below, or questions that you guys have, and the topics that you guys want to discuss as well. So, or you want us to discuss, or for any other questions or topics that you guys like, and we could definitely discuss that in the future. So we'll be coming in every Sunday at 11 Central to discuss with you guys. This week I have a very special guy. This guy I've been trying to get on the show for a long time. I'm kidding. I just started the show, so. But I've been following this guy for a long time because he's been just putting out a bunch of resource and content. Zach is not here with us this week. He's busy with a couple of things, but we have a very special guest with us. So with that said, you guys could see him, should be able to see him on the screen. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself first, and then we'll do more comments after that. Let us know who you are and why and how did you get started in real estate. Just a quick intro.
Hey guys, hi Hmong Hustlers.
I see it on the back, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm my name's Chai. Been doing real estate for almost 10 years.
Wow.
Started because I got laid off, right? So I got laid off, and then it was back during the crisis, and I was like, I was listening to Rich Dad, Kiyosaki, cutting the grass. I was like, man, and those were like bad times back then.
Yeah.
There was like no jobs and nobody was hiring. And I was cutting my grass, and it's like, I got laid off, and I just cutting my grass. I'm like, I got to figure something out if I ever get hired, to get some sort of like a safety net. And I was listening to Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, and he's like, your house is a liability, right? It's not an asset. So, that kind of got me thinking, and then, it just took off from there. So those of you guys, those are guys who don't have a second income, listen to this guy, Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
The funny thing is that I listened to it, or I read the book like 13 years ago, and I didn't do anything until like recently. So I'm glad that you listened to it and you guys started right away.
well, probably have, because you don't have that pain, right? You probably didn't have that pain like I did.
Because I was still a college student. I was like, I think it's exactly what you said, that pain.
Yeah. So I had that pain, and I needed something to push me, and that was it, So
that's cool, man. So if you guys are just joining us, we'll be discussing a topic today. Today's discussion will be about vacation rentals, short-term rentals, or Airbnb. That's the big name on there. And we will leave it open for you guys to ask questions later, maybe 10, 15, or 20 minutes towards the end, to ask Chai any questions about vacation rentals, real estate in general, or just questions about anything in general. We'll try to answer those questions. With that said, Chai, what did you do before real estate?
I was in IT.
Oh, me too, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were like a sheriff or something like that. Weren't you doing something like that?
Yeah, I was a volunteer sheriff. Back at that time, at that time, it was like it was during the crisis, right? So there was a lot of houses that was going downhill, right? So there was a lot of vacant houses.
Yeah.
So I was like, instead of just driving around, let me become like a sheriff,
Yeah.
So I get to drive around in like a cop car, and then scope out all these houses. Because where I was at, my county was pretty bad. There was a lot of vacant houses.
Yeah.
So I was like, instead of using my own gas or whatever, just
Yeah.
let me just scope out the area because I wanted to know more about the community as
Yeah.
well. So then I'm like, all right, let me sign up to be a because back then I always wanted to be some sort of like be either in the military or like be a part of like a police or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is kind of like my second calling. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
all right, let me go ahead and just sign up. It took like a 1 month course, and then
Okay.
right after that, they gave you a cop car. You get to like drive around at night. So I was scoping these vacant houses. You just scoping them out, making sure like there's nothing weird about them because like
Yes.
looking for squatters and stuff like that.
So
And
where was this? Is it where
I
you're
was,
at right now, or
yeah. This is like this is in this is where I'm at in Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida has a bunch of vacant houses?
Yeah, because remember, like back then, Orlando was pretty much one of the hardest hit in like the housing crisis,
Yeah.
right? So it was a lot of vacant houses.
Yeah. So it's that when you learn like how the neighborhood, the market is that sort of like your firsthand training, or did that do anything to help you with your real estate right now?
Not really. It was cool. It was cool driving around in a car, But I just that's all you pretty much did was drove around and just kind of look
Yeah.
at the house. You couldn't go in, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't go
Well, but
in.
at least you're driving around, get to know your neighborhood. You know.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
true.
I bet
But
you could tell like exactly which part is good, which part is bad now, right? Can you do
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
that part too. But you kind of knew from the beginning, anyways.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So, but it was just kind of cool just to drive around. I did that for like 2 years just to just
Oh,
drive around. But
okay.
yeah, it didn't really help. I think it was like more of a waste of time. You know.
Hey, it's okay. It's a hobby.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. It was nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I know that you started. I think you started the Hmong real estate investor Facebook group, right?
Yes, yes.
So why did you decide to win, and why did you decide to start that group? Because we have over like 2,000, almost 3,000 people in the group, right? So there's
Yeah,
some type of interest. Yeah.
yeah. So when I started, I was looking for like answers, right?
Uh-huh.
Like some sort of help or some sort of mentor. So the only people I had was Robert Kiyosaki, right?
Yeah.
And then there's you know a group of guys called the Real Estate Guys,
Yeah. Yep.
and they're like Robert Kiyosaki's go-to guys, and that was pretty much it. So I was looking like, is there? I was searching around to see if there was any Hmong investors out there,
Yeah.
and there really wasn't any. So I'm like, well, I guess if there isn't, I'll start it, and then let's
Yeah.
just see what comes out of it. So now
Yeah.
we got 3,000 members out there, that are in there that are, majority of them are newbies, but we got a few that are pretty good as far as investors and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
um, I'm
Okay.
happy.
So you started it just to kind of like get help from other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, right now, I think you've been helping a lot of other people. I see you, like, or
Well,
at least because of that group. I was able to meet a bunch of other people up here when I moved to Minnesota. A bunch of other people up here and I get to meet you, and that were able to help me in especially my early stage, like that first deal. I got a bunch of help through the group from that. So, thanks for putting that together for us, man.
that's awesome, man. It's like it's like what they say is like, once you become successful, you have to send the elevator back down.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just send the elevator back down so I can help
Yeah.
others.
Okay.
Um,
All
yeah,
right.
man, cool.
So do you let's go ahead and dive into some of the questions. So what was your can you discuss a little bit about your first deal? Do you remember that?
Oh man, first deal. With
Yeah.
first deal, remember I got laid off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I got laid off, and then back at that time, these houses were just on fire. They're just like cheap as heck. So, um, I don't remember the numbers anymore. It's been like almost 10 years, but it was somewhere in I believe it was like 35,000
Yeah.
for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I think I did no, I didn't. I don't think I did a video on it, but yeah,
I think
that
you
was,
created a post a while back.
yeah. If I
Yeah.
did, I'll tag it on this post. I've
Yeah.
done so much content that I don't remember if I did it or not. But
Yeah.
yeah, the deal was, it was 35,000. I think they listed it for like 40, 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
But we kind of lowball because it was a short sale. It was a short sale deal.
Uh-huh.
So we lowballed it, and then I took whatever severance I had from my work,
Yeah.
because I kind of just say, hey, just go all in on this and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
So I took a little bit savings what I had, and then those severance of what I had for my layoff, and then we just went ahead and purchased it,
So
and then
you just cashed it out, or
cashed it out.
well, for 35 grand, that's not bad.
It's
So
only 35 grand, right? It's like, you think about it, like you bought a house for like 35 grand. Come on,
yeah,
man.
that's the price of a car. Um,
But think about it. If you did a deal, if you did a deal, if you did a deal and and the rent was like 850, right?
yeah,
So what is that like?
that's like
It's
that's
only a
almost
couple
a
years.
30%.
It's only a couple years before you get that back, right?
Yeah,
35
yeah,
divided by 850. So that's like what, 41 months.
yeah,
So it's almost like 2 years before before you get it back.
yeah, yeah. So what did I mean? Did you buy to live in it, or what did you like?
It was used as a rental.
Wait, so did you have a house before that?
Yeah. I had a
Oh,
house
okay.
on it. Yeah.
So you bought a house before, and then you realize it's a liability after listening to Robert, and then you went to
Yeah.
buy an investment property with
You
whatever
can't get
you
rid
had.
of it. Remember, you can't get rid of that house, right? They couldn't get rid of that primary house,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because everybody's trying to get rid of their houses.
yeah. So
So,
what's the outcome of this first deal? What did do you still own it, or what's
I still own it. I actually refinanced it like a couple years back.
uh-huh.
So actually twice. I refinanced it twice to get equity out and bought more
Wow.
houses with it.
So that was single house allow you to. So how much money did you pull from it, from both of those refinance?
um oh man, I don't quite remember the numbers, but it went from like 30 to it doubled, so it's like
Uh-huh.
60, right?
Yeah.
And then we refinanced it again. I forgot what the numbers is now. I
Okay.
think I looked at it the other day. Let's see. I did a little asset thing. I don't know if we have time for it, but I don't remember what is it now. Here, let me
Yeah, we're
see.
just discussing, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Uh
but it's pretty much. I think we're kind of double again on it as well.
oh, so right now it's worth like at least 120.
Um,
Or,
Could be. I mean, let me
yeah.
pull it up, but
But
let's continue. And once I pull it up, I'll let you know.
okay. Yeah, yeah. But that's great though. I mean, you started with that one investment, but that investment allowed you to reinvest at least in two other property with that single one. You know. Well, um, yeah. So that's great. Um, so with that, what does your portfolio look like now? Let's jump to right today, right?
So yeah, so to let you know, we bought it for
Uh
38
huh.
500
Okay.
back in 2010, and then now it's just kind of looking at Zillow is 156.
156. Yeah. So it
So
quite. If you
yeah,
leave it for the next like 20 years, it's gonna be like 400, half a mil over there.
uh, I think I'm probably gonna dump it by then. I'll probably done more stuff, but yeah, the key is just to keep leveraging it and buying
Yeah.
more so you can make more money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
Yeah. So what does your portfolio look like right now? Like I know you did some multifamily stuff. I think the last time I talked to you, but yeah. What does it look like right now?
I have about. I mean, we can look at doors.
Yeah.
We just call it doors. I have about 22 doors.
22.
Yeah, but
22 doors
it's
and yeah.
so for those of you like doors is like income streams, right? So each
Yep.
house each house is a door, but if you count like an 8 unit, then that's eight doors.
Yeah.
So if you count everything all together, it's 22.
Okay. Well, I know last time we talked, a while, I think like a couple of years ago, not the last time we talked, but the last time we had a discussion, you were doing multifamily stuff. But recently you went onto this other niche, like you found a new hot girl and you went after her. Because that's what it is. This is a hot topic right now. A lot of people have been asking me about this. So you're doing vacation rentals or short-term rentals now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So yeah. You know, it's
So
always
why did
it's always about that hot girl, right?
yeah.
It's whatever gets you attention, right? So the attention, you know, is whatever girl is what every girl is trying to get your attention.
So
So
why did you make why did you make the transition to do
yeah,
some
yeah.
vacation
So
rental?
like I was saying, the attention is the money, right? So
Yeah,
attention in real estate is the money, right? So in apartment investing creates a certain amount of money, and then short term, or we call it Airbnb or vacation rentals. The investment return on that is a little bit higher than what we're seeing in apartment investing. So
yeah,
that's what turned me away from, because there's too many competitions right now. Right now, everybody's talking about apartment investing.
yeah,
So you want to be out of that and onto something that's new,
yeah,
or something that makes more money, because y'all. I mean, the ultimate goal is just to make more money,
yeah,
right? Whatever you're doing. So so I had a mentor, which is
yeah,
also in the group. Two mentors. It's, and you guys probably know it. It's Sai and
yeah,
Brian. Sai Tall and Brian Yang, and they were hitting me up on it for a couple years already.
yeah,
I just did because I just thought that, man, it's just too much work, too much work. But
yeah.
they never really gave me the numbers until one time they gave me their numbers, and I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. This is really crazy. So that's what turned me into short term rentals.
Man, we're gonna be converting some people today. You
so
might even
so
convert me. Actually, I have a just a friend that we're working on some deals together, and we might do a few vacation rentals.
yeah.
But of course, that person will be running it instead of me. But so you got introduced to it. What was your first vacation rental? Like, can you discuss how that went down, or how you
Yeah.
purchased this and stuff? Yeah,
So first vacation, I mean, there's a lot of steps into it. You got to do a little research on it, but
yeah,
just me doing the numbers, it turned out that the more rooms you have, the more income you have. So we went ahead and and started doing the numbers, and then it came up to, like, we wanted the most money we can get for it. So we
yeah.
bought a 6 bedroom
Hmm.
because that somehow generate the most money. So that's what we purchased
So
a year ago.
so how did you know that? How did you know how much that's gonna generate? Like, how did you start that research?
Yeah, I mean, this is really easy. You know, like you go to the places that you want to rent, like Airbnb,
Yeah,
and just go on their site, right? And then just search, like, you know,
yeah,
for a 6 bedroom or a 4 bedroom or a 2 bedroom, and just do the numbers yourself, because it tells you the listing price,
yeah,
right? It tells you the listing price, and then you are able to do the numbers. Like if it's $100 times 30 days, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's like $3,000. You're like, oh, okay, and then you look at a 6 bedroom, and maybe that's like $300
yeah.
times 30 days. So that's how
Well,
you do
well,
your numbers.
but do you? I mean, you're in Orlando, right? So that's like a vacation spot. So do you recommend that? Oh, we only do. I mean, that's a tourist attraction area, right? Because the big guy Disneyland is there, or Disney World is there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you recommend like just following these attraction sites, or like what's your thought on certain places like here in Twin City where we don't have yeah, we might have other stuff, but what's your thought on that?
Yeah, you kind of want to look at where you want to start. like I suggest you do it local first. See if you
Uh-huh.
can do it locally because there's a lot of moving parts. But to increase your probability of making money, you do want to target places that people do want to go. Um, that because it's called vacation rental for a reason, right?
Yeah.
That they want to go for a vacation. So I mean, like Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota was like one of the top, I think, 5 places for Airbnb. But
Really?
it's not. I
Uh,
mean, yeah. I mean, one of the cities in there, I think, is maybe more to the mid the mid of Midwest of Minnesota. I mean,
yeah.
just that's where they create the most money income because there's a list that came out where what state makes the most money
Yeah.
per rental.
Yeah.
So Minnesota was one of them, right?
Oh,
And Florida dropped off the list. So you gotta see like you gotta see that your area that you're in that might be beneficial for you.
yeah. Oh man. My wife really wants to get into it, so maybe I'll have her do some research and
Yeah, I mean,
it might still work out. So then what does that first deal look like in terms of like how much you guys pay for it and how much is it rented out now?
what does it look like?
Yeah, yeah. Like how much did you buy that first property for? That 6 bed, right? And then how
Yeah,
much are
yeah.
you getting in terms of rentals? Or yeah,
So right, so just think of it. We bought it for 300K,
yeah,
right? We're I mean you have to treat it like a hotel because there's seasonal rates,
yeah.
right? So right now we're at a low period because everybody's going back to school, right?
Uh-huh.
All the kids are going back to school. There's nobody coming down. And but you know, so you choose a lower rate. But then when Christmas or summer or spring break comes around, you increase the price. So it really varies as far as pricing. But if you look at numbers, and there are tons of research out there that tells you like how much each houses is creating.
Uh-huh.
Um, like for instance, I have I have this, which is a uh, Evolve. Evolve is one of the listing sites for vacation rentals.
Yeah.
So they're saying that you guys might not be able to see it, but those of you guys who want to see this, let's see. Why don't you guys put your email in
Yeah.
the comment, and then I'll send you guys what it looks like as far as what houses, so you guys can see. This here is a 6 bedroom income
Oh, yeah.
rate. This why it's so high, and then this is a one bedroom, right? So I
Yeah.
can just tell you the numbers is like a 6+ bedroom creates about 59,000 per year in the local Orlando area, right? And
Uh-huh.
then the one bedroom creates about 9,000, per
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
So so I make more than that.
Yeah, yeah.
I make more than 60,000 for the 6 bedroom
Yeah,
because
yeah. Okay.
that's just on average. So
Yeah.
just to let you guys know.
So wait, so you said 6,000? Uh, how much did you say? Sorry.
60,000, 60,000,
Oh, 60,000, but that's annual.
60,000. This is annual average
Yeah.
what a 6 bedroom will make. So the numbers here says if you're in the top 75 percentile, you
Yeah.
make about 60,000, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I make more than that. So just
Oh, you
let you
make
guys know.
so so you make more than that. So that's if you do make 60 grand, that's like 5,000 a month. So so how much is your mortgage? Is
Yeah,
your
so
mortgage?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it depends on how you leverage your deal too, right? Your loan, right? Are you doing a 5% loan, or are you doing like a
Yeah.
20% loan? Um, the way I do it, I always drop 20% down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
So
oh, you always do 20. So you that means your mortgage is like maybe like 1,500, not even something like
um,
that, or
yeah,
1,800.
a little over in that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have the exact numbers, but I could
So
post it.
yeah. So let's say it's around like 2 grand, right? You'll make it $3,000 per month per property. Like
Remember, you have to account your expense because you do have to like you do have to like turn on electricity, water.
Yeah.
You do have to pay cleaners to come
Mm-hmm.
out clean, cut the grass, pool cleaning and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Okay.
there's a lot more expense to that, but overall, yeah, if you just want to cover your mortgage, that should definitely cover, you know,
So
your
then after you pay all your expenses and everything like that, what's the average return that you get per month?
um currently, if you're asking right now, if I
Yeah.
do my numbers, I have my expense, everything pulled up right now.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, us investors, we look at cash on cash, right?
Yeah.
So, cash on cash, I'm making about 29%
Mhm.
back.
Okay.
So, on average, just to let you guys know, what the stock market creates about what 4, 5, maybe
Well, 6,
9. Right now in
8 sometimes.
Trump economy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and then us investors, we look at what about 13%
Yeah. Cash on.
cash on
Yep.
cash. So right now, I'm looking about 29% cash on cash.
Okay.
So
All right. Can we in a little bit? Can we talk about one of the deals that you just did? Maybe the one that you got that special finance. Can we go to detail on that one?
yeah. So
Yeah.
so I was gonna do a video. So those of you guys that are interested, especially your Hmong people, go under Hmong real estate investors. When you search in Facebook,
Yeah.
we we're on we put out a lot of content in there. So I'm gonna do a little. I guess I've been putting some content about it in there.
Yeah.
I haven't really finished all the content yet because I've been trying to rehab it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys, if you Hmong people, if you go to the Hmong real estate investors, look it up under Facebook. You can kind of see how I kind of structured the deal, how what an appraisal looks like,
Yeah.
and what I'm going to do with it, or how the numbers going to look like. So,
Yeah.
uh, uh, yeah. So sign sign up for that group, and then you can kind of see
Yeah.
for now.
So so then can we? I mean, I don't want to give everything away, but can you discuss that a little bit? How do because I'm particularly interested in how you were able to or the it seems that there's a special type of financing now, specific
Oh, okay. So you're talking about finance,
Airbnb,
yeah?
right?
Financing.
Yeah.
There's 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 really not something special, right? So you can kind of do it with a conventional loan,
Uh-huh.
um, or you can buy out cash, right? Or you can kind of, I mean, there's certain ways you can do it, but the way how I was able to get this loan was because I haven't done my taxes yet.
Okay. What does that mean?
Because when you get a loan, when you apply for a loan, they usually ask you for your income tax, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
last year. So I usually extend my income tax.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I did too,
you
by the
know,
way.
yeah,
It's coming up this
it's coming up. Yeah, yeah. I actually had to get it done this weekend because my CPA is like, you need to get it done now because you got a lot of stuff that you need to do. So I'm
Yeah.
actually working on it today and this whole weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we saw this deal that came up, and part of how you get this loan is like with anything, guys, you have to be around the same group or same mindset as people.
Uh-huh.
So I was networking with a bunch of um, Airbnb people, and they mentioned this particular loan that that they don't look at your credit score and nothing else,
Yeah.
and how much that particular investment will produce. Just if it produces enough to cover whatever it is on your, your principal and interest.
Yeah.
So that was it. That's all I needed to know. And then we found this deal, and then bam, contacted that mortgage company, and then we got it done.
Yeah. So does that mortgage company, that lender, do they only lend in Orlando or are they
No,
sort of?
this one was I don't know, but my broker was in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in knowing exactly who that broker is, tune in and talk to be part of the
That's right.
Hmong Facebook investors
That's right.
group.
message me, or whatever. Join that Hmong real estate investors group, because I put out content in there telling how I get that loan,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome because I mean I'm a licensed agent here in Twin Cities too, but I do more commercial stuff, and that's a type of commercial loan, right?
yeah,
It's not a residential loan where they have to follow certain guidelines.
yep,
When it comes to commercial, they could kind of restructure the deal. It just has to they could restructure the loan. It just has to make sense for them,
right,
right?
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Just
So
got to meet
I would
certain requirements.
say if you guys continue to do vacation rentals, or if you're interested, maybe go talk to some local banks or well banks in Colorado or whatever. Network and get to know other lenders, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a loan product together. The main thing that concerns most lender, especially commercial lender, is they just want to make sure that they're covered, with any particular asset. It could be a vacation rentals or it could be a business because you could get business loans, right? So they just want to make sure that your because running Airbnb, that's kind of like a business too.
That's pretty much, yep, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You run a small hotel.
pretty much, and I call it, it's pretty much like a hotel business.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um. So with that said, let's go through some other questions. If you guys are just joining us, today's topic is about vacation rentals or Airbnb short-term rentals, whatever you want to call it. We will open it up for questions in a little bit. Maybe give 10, 15 minutes for questions. So if you guys have any questions, please do write your questions below, and I'll try to answer any questions that you guys have. Let me see. Okay. So I have a few more. What are some ways that, um, I mean, how do you know that? What are some ways for you to find some of these rental deals?
Um, I mean, there's tons of ways. I'm an MLS type of guy,
Uh huh.
right? Because I like to target certain areas, and MLS will pretty much give you majority of the most deals. So I keep it simple. I just open up MLS, and search through there. Zillow, realtor.com, um, whatever I can find on the
So
MLS.
are you a realtor down there too, or
No, I'm just an investor.
so then how would you get access to MLS?
Well, realtor.com or Zillow pretty much kind of lists all those properties that are for sale in that area,
Uh huh.
right? So just search through there.
Oh, somebody said audio failed. Have we been talking? There's no audio.
I don't know,
See, let me.
guys. Somebody say if you can hear me.
Yeah, can somebody comment? I forgot to do audio check with the group because we do a little bit different this time. Uh, Hopefully people being able to hear us. Can somebody say something? There's like 20 or some of you guys on here. Can you guys hear us? Okay, I could hear. All right. Maybe that was like
Awesome.
early in the beginning when I was
Not
still
really.
putting all the audio.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Woo, that's good. Um, Okay, so if you're not a realtor, you just go talk to a realtor, right? And they could set up uh auto
Yeah,
blast.
I mean, I have an agent
Yeah.
that I go through. I know they have their links, but I'm more comfortable with realtor.com and
Oh, okay.
Zillow, because somehow I just use them more often, so I
Yeah.
just search through there.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the portal that data like on Zillow and Redfin those data are actually quicker too. They're visually more visually it's easier to use.
Yeah, it just looks nicer or something. It's like all the information I know is there. It's like
Yeah.
I can find out. I can find out taxes there. I can find out, I mean, I know where to find it. That's where, because
Oh
that's how
yeah.
I started. So I know where to find my information I need there.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I base it off that.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing on our side as realtor is just that we have other data that Refin and Trulia don't put up because they're more private information. But I mean,
Yeah.
you could still I still use it. Sometimes when I run comps, I don't even use the realtor system to run it. Like I go to Zillow and run
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Because it's faster. So
yeah. I mean,
anyway,
like I
yeah,
say, it's just me. Like I hit Zillow a lot, and then I could just go, how when was it? You know, like I said, this is a section where it just goes, when was the last purchase, and then
yeah,
what does Zillow rate as, and that's the two things I look at, and that's it.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
know where it's at. I just click on that, and I go off that.
Also, what I do is that on Zillow, like because I invest long term, right? So it's easy for me to like pull the rents up right there too.
Yeah,
Other rent,
yeah,
yeah. So I could view like two things at the same time, but on
yeah.
the North Star MLS system, it's sometimes hard to pull that data. But
Oh, okay,
yeah, yeah,
gotcha.
that's okay.
Is it the same? I'm just curious.
It's the same data. It's just like because they have other data that the public don't see.
Well, I
So
mean, like the rent. Like, if
other
the rent amounts, is it comparable to like what Zillow has?
well, they don't. I don't even think they have rental amounts on there. Or you have to
Okay.
go to like another, like you have to search leases. You know,
Oh, okay.
it's like it's not together. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so I still use Zillow.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. We'll do the math maybe next week. You'll come back next week, right?
Let's see. Let's see if there's any demand. Let me hear. Let me get some. Let me get some likes to see if we get enough likes. I don't know. What do you think? What do
Yeah.
you think? What
If
do
you
you think?
guys
Too? How many
want, try
likes?
to
How many likes do
back
you think we
next
should
week.
get?
Yeah.
Maybe let's say 400 likes.
400 likes. We have like 3,000 people on the group. Yeah, you're right.
Let's get 400 likes. If there's not enough 400 likes, I won't come back. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there you go. If you guys like and share it, I'll count all the likes and all the shares, and if we get 400 combination of likes and share, I'll
All
have time
right.
next week, and we'll dive deep into like numbers and details
All right.
and the steps and right. Can we do that?
I'll show you how much I make on one
Oh,
house. How about that? All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay, that's good. That's
Okay. It
good.
was gonna blow you guys' mind. You guys gonna be like, "Holy cow! I need to switch whatever I'm doing, quit my job, and switch over to Airbnb." It's gonna blow you guys' mind.
Oh
So let's
man.
see those likes.
There you go. It's counting. It's revving up. I think we're getting there. I think we're halfway there.
Let me just tell you guys, I don't have a job and I'm able to get a loan. All right, and so just let you guys know.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
so interested when you like were discussing that. I was like, man, I think I might have to. I showed my wife immediately when you posted that
yeah,
because my
okay,
wife is at home right now. She's staying. She's taking care of our baby.
uh-huh.
And didn't you just have a baby too?
Yeah, hey, congrats, bro.
Yeah, congrats to you guys too, man.
We're team no sleep, right? I'm not
Yeah,
getting any sleep at night either.
yeah, yeah, exactly. We're on the same team. Um, but yeah, I showed it to my wife because she's like, "Oh, I can't. I need to get back to work because I can't get loans and stuff like that." So I'm
Right.
like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure there's other ways." So, good thing you post that up.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. So going forward, what's next for you? We'll open up for questions in a little bit. Going forward, what's your future plans in terms of real estate?
Oh man, whatever makes the most money, right?
Yeah.
So, if right now Airbnb is making the most money, I'm just
Uh
gonna
huh.
stick with it because that's working, right? So stick
Okay.
to something that's working until it doesn't work, and then move on.
Yeah.
So multifamily. I like to get to multifamily, but that's not working,
Uh
right?
huh.
So
Yeah.
the
It's
the
hard to
numbers,
find good deals.
yeah,
Yeah.
the numbers aren't there. Yeah, they're just pricing it up high. Everybody's competing against it. So
Well,
I'm just
we
taking it.
found a 10 cap that my buddy is putting the finance together.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well,
I was
congrats, bro.
surprised. And they got 30-year amortization on it. I was really surprised on that too. So. Yeah, on a 56 unit.
On a
30-year am,
56
4%.
baller. Yeah, yeah. Man, I might have to interview you, bro.
Well, that's
On
not
how
my
you
deal.
got that.
That's one of my buddies' deal. And she's killing it. So I'll
Oh,
probably have
okay.
her on the show later on in a few
Okay.
months or so. Yeah.
But when you say we, you mean are you part of it too, or?
I'm trying to help her fundraise a little bit. but
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think. I mean, they're kind of done with the fundraise period already.
Okay.
They have enough money to close. Of course, they want some reserves and stuff like that. Um, but going forward, we're gonna try to put some deals. If I find any good one, I'll let you guys know. I'm constantly still searching. I know you have some multifamily, right?
I got an 8 unit in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
So yeah. So dude, that was the easiest, way to get a loan is just commercial, just to let you
yeah.
guys know. So
You know what you
uh
could do, man? You could syndicate that 8 unit and use that fund to buy your vacation rentals.
I'm thinking about just selling it
Uh
and
huh.
moving everything back down to Florida so I can just, because like I said, my one house is making more money. My one Airbnb is making more money than my 8 unit.
Yeah. Uh,
So yeah, I'm like, okay, and they are pretty much almost the same price, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Hey.
So
Chama be selling his 8 unit if you guys want. Make him
do,
offer.
yeah, do we have an offer going?
All right. Let's go on. Let's see. Want to open up for questions?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All
I
right.
think we already got like 8 minutes. So guys, get them in. Got any questions? 8 minutes left.
Yeah, 8 minutes. If you guys have any questions for Chai, go ahead and put in the comments below. I did put a post last week too, and so I'll start with. I think there's a few questions from that. Um, but if you guys have any questions in particular about Airbnb or just in general, let us know. Let me see. So one of the questions is by Key Vang. Key's been very active. Do you know him?
No, nah.
Okay, but he's been very active in the group. So good job, Key. Uh, uh, he said, if you have a 9 to 5 job, how are you still able to man? Oh, okay. Well, you don't. But if you do have, do people have to quit their job in order to do Airbnb? What's your thought?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's property managers out there that can take care of it for you. So, just like with any investment, like a short, like a long term, like
Yeah.
if you're just renting out a house for like a year lease and stuff like that, you can have a property manager take care of it. So, no, you don't have to. Uh, you don't have to do that. You can hire somebody else to do it.
Okay.
Just make
So
sure your numbers work.
right now, are you doing it or you're hiring
I'm
someone?
doing it.
Okay.
So I'm scaling big enough that I'm starting to look at property managers
Uh-huh.
at this point. Yeah. So I'm starting to move it away so I can focus on the investment side.
Okay. For Airbnb, is it better to rent all the appliances, beds, sofa, like to furnish the place, or is it better to purchase it? Well, what's your thoughts? And what have you done?
I've been buying it. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you meant leasing it, right?
Yeah,
Leasing.
least
I
the
mean,
furnished products or
I don't know about that because I haven't done it.
uh-huh.
But I would think if you lease something, you would have to return it back undamaged,
Yeah.
and we get a lot of damaged stuff,
Oh, okay.
So that might be a problem. So we buy them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can deduct it from the
Yeah.
taxes because
But
it's part of.
what are some of your tips for buying? Are you buying like super expensive $8,000 beds that have like air shooting out of it, or what's your sort of line that you know?
Yeah. So So I started that mentality right when I first started. It was like I'm just gonna keep to like cheap stuff because they're always gonna break and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I had a few people who changed my mindset on that because the whole purpose of having like a Airbnb is to attract guests, right?
Uh-huh.
So they don't want just typical stuff. They want the nice stuff, right? So you want to keep it always occupied. You got to put the nice stuff in there. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm slowly moving my stuff from like just regular typical stuff to like really nice bedding, um, nice furniture and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to spend more money on furniture and stuff like that.
Okay. Uh, my kid wants to do a video call with you tomorrow, so
I don't know. Does I start charging?
I think you need to start an Airbnb course, and then you can charge
Hey, hey,
that.
it's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you
Yeah.
mentioned that because I am starting a course.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be we haven't laid out the information yet, but it'll be in December. It'll be
Oh,
December,
okay.
close to Christmas.
Yeah.
We're gonna do. I'm actually networking with Sai. I don't know, you guys
Uh-huh.
know Sai, right? Sai Tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sai Tall is big into like um, assisted living.
Uh-huh.
So he's got like this multi-million-dollar assisted living that he built,
Yeah.
down here already.
Uh-huh.
And he's got one in Minnesota too. And we're thinking about doing this big course on Airbnb slash multifamily.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those of you guys that want to learn about those two subjects
Yeah.
in that particular weekend, um, um, I'll post out more information about it as we start getting closer.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Or if you guys want to learn like this, comment, put your put your email, get us to 400 likes, and then Chow will be here next week, and then you guys can ask him specific question about his course, like a pre-course discussion.
I'm
Get
just, yeah, I'm just curious to see who would like that. Can you guys just put an X on the comments if you guys are interested in that? So maybe I can hit you guys up on
yeah,
that. I'm just curious to see if anybody's interested because
yeah,
it did have some people message me and say, hey, can you teach me? So that was kind of something I was thinking about. So put X in the comment if you guys are interested.
yeah,
But yeah, if you just want to know quick information, yeah, guys, hit the likes, 400 likes. All
yeah,
right.
yep.
And let's see if we can get that.
Yeah, yeah. If you're watching this as a playback later, I mean, I'll count all those likes too, including, maybe YouTube will be different, but in this Facebook feed, go ahead and like that, and yeah, put the X down. Oh, we got some. See,
All
we
right.
have, yeah. So there are some interest.
All
You
right,
got
cool.
like 4, 5, 6 students already
All right.
for your course.
Hey,
Maybe you
man.
should do a trial run with some of these early people.
Well, if you start early, you guys got full attention with us, right? Because
Yeah,
remember the first classes, you guys are really intimate with us
yeah,
because
yeah.
we're
That's
showing, we're driving. We'll probably even be driving you guys to, showing, hands on. But once we get started getting bigger, it's kind of like it's more of like a presentation. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
especially
Man,
Sai, Sai Tall. I mean, this guy's a millionaire,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
So
Well,
to get close to this guy, and to get his knowledge, holy cow.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
All right.
Um, and get close to Chai, guys. That's what I'm trying
I,
to do. So I don't know. You guys should be trying to do the same thing.
I'm still hustling every day. I was telling you too, right? Too is like, hey, it's gonna be a noon on Sunday. I'm like, man, dude, that's like in the middle of my day. I gotta be like, I got stuff to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but you took the time to come discuss it and let us know. So
Yeah, like I said, it's about helping you guys. Like us Hmong people, we're all about, we're pretty much all family. If you guys, if you guys just ask, who I'm related to or who you guys are related to, ultimately we'll all have some sort of relationship. So it's all about just helping each other because we're all family.
yeah, and I would say work those work those Hmong relationship.
Yeah, yeah,
Because when I
yeah.
first met you, my wife is a Hmong too, so I was like, "Hey, my wife's a Hmong."
All right, I gotta help. I gotta help family.
All right, let's see. I think there are a few more questions. If you guys have any questions, we're towards the end of our conversation today, but go ahead and leave a question, and we'll get even if we don't answer it right now, we'll answer at a later time or a different episode. What's a good insurance policy for your Airbnb? Are you using the same policy as regular investment properties, or are there special, like how does that all play out
Yeah,
into the
there's certain strategies you can do. You can do like a homeowner's policy, which I don't suggest. There's actually insurance policy that are tailored toward like Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
They are a little bit more expensive because, like I said, you are running a business. It's pretty much like a motel business or a
Yeah.
hotel business. So yeah, it is a little more expensive, but that will cover you for what the guest does, and for other stuff that a guest would do. Just think of it like a hotel. Like what
Yeah.
coverage a hotel is, how they're covering their stuff. This is going to cover you as well.
So for yours, do you buy like special insurance or how do
Yeah,
you?
these are special insurance,
Okay.
right? So
But I
they,
thought doesn't like Airbnb or these vacation rental sites, don't they have some type of liability policy too? Or
yeah, so they have, like, most of them have like a $1 million liability. So anything happens to your guest, that gets covered. But if you do the research, you really haven't really see how there was really any stories about it. How they took care of this, guests and stuff like that.
uh-huh.
So just be on the safe side. You get that. Yes, you are covered if the guest books through them, but as far as your property, getting insurance on top of that to protect yourself, so you have like a backup plan. Um, I suggest you guys do that too, because these insurance are tailored toward like Airbnb short-term vacation
Yeah.
rentals.
Okay. Um, how many? Maybe this might be the last questions because we're kind of done with the hour, and I know it's smack in the middle of your day, so I don't want to keep you too
Yeah,
long.
I gotta get going, man. I gotta go and make some money and hustle a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta bring back your Hmong hustle videos back, man.
You think so? All
Yeah.
right, all right. The
Yeah.
only reasons, like, there's a lot of like shy people, right?
Uh-huh.
Shy Hmong people.
Yeah.
So it was a little hard to get them to come out and do a video.
Uh-huh.
But I got a few people lined up. Maybe I'll start doing that again.
Yeah, I got some people you could talk to too.
All
So
right, let's
yeah,
let's do it. And
maybe
then I'll
get
start it.
back.
I'll kick it back up again.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I think this will be the last questions in terms of real estate. How many bedrooms do you recommend for
Okay,
Airbnb?
so so back at this sheet, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make the most money, look at the sheet, right?
Yep.
So whatever money you can afford, then you can kind of adjust, right?
Yeah.
So this will pretty much tell you. I mean, this is not something that I do. This is something that you have a large company that go out and survey, these houses, and then they estimate how much each one of these houses are making on average, and then they throw out the numbers. So you look at this is simple, guys. Just look at how much you want to make, right? If you want
Yeah.
to make $30,000 per year, then you look at this sheet and you go, okay, the average, people are making on a 4-bedroom makes about 30,000. So there you
Yeah.
go.
What about bathrooms? Like, are you ever never gonna buy a 10 bed bathrooms, or are you ever going to buy like a one bathroom? To me, I would imagine the bathroom counts is important too, right? For vacation or no?
I don't really care much about that, because you
Uh,
think if you buy like a 6-bedroom, they usually have enough bathrooms to cover
okay.
enough. Usually when you buy a 6-bedroom, they usually have about at least 4,
Okay.
right? 4,
Yeah.
or they wouldn't just have like one bathroom for a
Yeah.
6-bedroom. So yeah, and I don't think
Well,
people are looking at that either. When you search for a place to stay, you wouldn't go, okay, I require you know more than 6 bathroom, like one
uh-huh.
bathroom per room. You pretty much search for rooms. Yeah.
Well, I know that some of the like one of the flip I did, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants a two bath. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
fine. My next one is always gonna be two baths. I'm never
What's
gonna do it one anymore.
what's the industry like? The industry is like what, three bedroom, 2 baths.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's
usually
sort of
it, right?
yeah, yep.
But that's for a home, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's
as a Airbnb vacation person, you just want to sleep, because you're
yeah,
not there just to stay.
yep, yep,
You're there to sleep, and then you're out the next morning to go and explore.
yep,
So
yep. Somebody hates flips too. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to start somewhere. So, um, there's a few more questions. I thought that was gonna be the last, but I guess people are ready to ask questions now. What is your goal? What is your goal age for retirement? Aren't you retired already? Because
What? What is that term?
you're doing your own. You're doing what you want. So isn't that, to
Exactly.
me, that's retirement?
Dude, I'm free. This is like, who wants to retire, dude? If you're making money, forget
Yeah,
retiring, you know? So
yeah,
yeah, only people that, are tired of working
yeah.
wants to retire. But I'm doing what I love. This is like fun.
Yeah, so
Right?
that's what I mean. You're doing what you love already on your own terms and time. So that's,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah,
that's,
this is
and you live in Florida, in
yeah.
Orlando. You get sunshine, sunshine. Well, you're not the Sunshine State, are you guys?
Yeah, this is the Sunshine State. They
Oh,
call it
oh,
that way. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. See, so and people go to your state to retire.
I'm not retiring,
So that's good. So no age. You're doing you're not having an age to retire. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not that old yet either. So
Yeah.
yeah, but you know,
A leased home for retire or for would you recommend leased home, or maybe he's talking about, would you recommend to go rent a property and then Airbnb that property?
yeah, there's certain strategies that does that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can lease and then sublease that,
yeah,
right? So you can kind of, you know, um, under your lease, sublease it so people can stay under you.
yeah,
Yeah, there's certain strategies that does that. I like this. I like to control, right?
yeah,
So when you buy a house, you have to control that house,
yeah, yeah.
right? So that's my strategy. So that's how I do it. But
I
yeah,
would I would say if you do that, just go and let the owner know you're gonna do that.
oh yeah, you definitely gotta let the owners because you're when you have to write that lease up.
Yeah,
So once you get that lease written up, they if they start seeing people checking in, they're gonna be like, "What's going on here?"
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
I was actually thinking of like maybe if I come purchase some properties down there and then you could just, you know,
say it, bro.
why
Say
not?
it.
Because that's my plan for Airbnb anyways. Like I can't do like I like I'm I know you kind of left the multifamily space for this, but I still like investing in that space, and I sort of have my networks in that space. So I didn't want to have to go and refine, go network again. So I was hoping could just partner up with someone that, will handle that Airbnb side. And maybe I could purchase, do the rehab, whatever it is that needs to be done, and then that person just run it. Um,
Let's do it.
yeah. So
Let's
so
do
that's my
it.
plan, anyways. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys
Yeah.
partner up with people. Yeah.
Ultimately, ultimately, that's what every investor wants to do, right?
Yeah.
Is own a multifamily, right?
Yeah.
But having that, I mean, how do you afford like a $14 million apartment unit,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? You gotta have some sort of income. You got to put a down payment on it, right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of what we're doing is we're putting money as fast as we can so we can afford these multi units.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
yeah, you're right.
For
There you
sure.
go, man.
Okay. Mandy said, teach us how to write leases. He will teach you how to write leases next week if you guys want him back, because we're towards the end of the
Four,
hour already.
400 likes.
Yeah,
Let's
400 likes
see.
today. All right.
let's
Yeah.
let's
If you
do it.
guys have any
400 likes.
questions, yeah, please do still write them on here. We'll answer them next week if we get enough likes. If we get 400 likes, Chai will be here next week again, and to discuss with you guys. And yes, he'll go over at least, right?
Yeah.
'Cause we'll actually look at some of your actual numbers, and I think somebody wants to see your bank statement.
Yeah. So we got 25 seconds left. Let's do a few shout outs, all right? So
Yeah.
Mandy, Peter, Mai, um, hey, thanks for joining. We got on my Instagram, the Sean Realtor, David. I can't get the rest. But anybody else in the Hmong real estate group?
Let's see.
I gotta pull these guys up.
Yeah. I think if they comment, it might. Yeah. Fang. I gave you a shout out earlier, brother. You were like one of the first guys.
All right.
But
So
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I can't pull it up anymore, but those you
Yeah.
guys, thanks for joining.
Yep.
400 likes.
Yeah.
And we'll continue this. If not,
Yep.
two's moving on to this other person.
Yeah. But before you go, then what are some of your final thoughts? And then we'll leave it at your final thoughts
Final thoughts for
for anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Like every weekend, I always say, if you're not a millionaire, you have no business taking weekends off.
Awesome, man.
I'm not taking a weekend off. Right after this, I have to go down and rehab my new Airbnb rental. I have to I have a guest I check in today.
Yeah.
I got to make sure my guests are happy. There's all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
So keep hustling, guys. Keep
Yep.
hustling.
All right. We'll leave it at that, man. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, too.
Yeah.
See you
I'll
later.
see you. Yeah. Later.